And 5 members of a family being mourned tonight after a devastating fire consumes a house in Suffolk County.
CBS 2's Carolyn Gusoff has the latest on the investigation from Riverhead.
Fierce flames of a raging fire startled neighbors on 2nd Street in Riverhead Tuesday night. A house filled with 10 residents. Only 5 made it out alive.
We all heard the explosion.
Yesenia Lopez says she had just been texting with her close friend Douglas Rivera, one of the 5 on the top floor who didn't make it.
And they can do nothing because everything was on fire, like in the movies.
A construction worker who she says perished along with his aunt, Sonia Rivera, and her 2 children, one of them a 15-year-old who had just moved from Guatemala.
I think it's very sad.
Fire departments arrived in 1 minute, but the house was fully ablaze. Neighbors watched helplessly.
I looked out, the whole thing's on fire. I said, how could people get out of that?
The cause, non-criminal. Suffolk police are looking at smoking and other possible accidental causes. Why didn't smoke detectors alert anyone?
There's no indication that there were any present or that any went off.
The house contained 4 legal apartments, but the Riverhead town supervisor says permits lapsed, possibly due to the pandemic. The owner failed to answer 10 town attempts to inspect.
There was never any violation except that for failure in 2020 to renew the permit.
The owner, who escaped unharmed, would not comment. The shingle house was built in 1907, considered the centerpiece of the Riverhead Historical District, which is on the National Register of Historic Places.
The loss of this house is a major tragedy, both for the people whose lives are lost, my fellow Riverheaders, but also it's a loss for historic Riverhead.
The house was due to become a stop on the upcoming downtown Riverhead Historic Trail. It will now become a part of Riverhead's history for a very tragic reason. In Riverhead, Long Island, Carolyn Gusoff, CBS 2 News.
And police are waiting for identification of all of the remains to release all of the victims' names.